All right, wanted to make a quick update video. Things are starting to go in the correct direction. I swapped out the Elgato card for a Blackmagic card. The Blackmagic, I guess in my mind, you go kind of Elgato, Blackmagic, and then Magewell. But they correspondingly do the price as well. But the Blackmagic card, popped it in there, booted up, no problems. So that was really good. Um, Seeing that working is very, very positive. I'm super thrilled that it's popped in, everything is coming through. Still having a couple of issues though, one being that the HDMI cord that I'm using apparently is either not rated for the length that I'm running or is just not up to par. So I'm going to swap that out for a different HDMI cable. Finding long micro HDMI cables is quite difficult, so I'm having to use an extender, but I'm going to use an HDMI 2.1 cable from end to end, and that should help with these signal problems that I'm getting. But the main thing is that this is recording on the server. Now, granted, it is at 1080p rather than 4K because of the aforementioned cable issues, but the main thing is that I am recording on the server. So that's one less PCI device that I need for the main rig, meaning that I am one step closer to not needing this generation's Threadripper. So that's a big step forward. Um, Still not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, where it's gonna go, that type of stuff, but the I'm starting to tick off the boxes that were holding me back, and this was a big one. So needing those additional PCIe lanes was a big draw for me to the Threadripper platform. But if I can offload those workloads over to the server, then everything starts making a whole lot more sense. And speaking of the server, we did get an update while I was working on it. And as you can see up here in the top right, we are looking at 1 TB of memory. Yes, that is 1 TB of RAM. I'm using 32 out of the 96 DIMMs. So I still have a lot of room to grow if I wanted to, but I really don't see a point. Um, the only big thing that I'm looking at on the server right now is seeing if there is a way to swap out the main board so that I can properly distribute the DIMMs. One of the things that I have going on right now is that switch back to this one that I have going on right now is that board slot number 5 is just bad as best I can tell. So I'm gonna see if I can get a replacement part for that. Maybe, maybe not. It's definitely doable, but again, I don't know. Replacement. That's kind of that's replacing a main board in a server, which is pretty big deal. I'm not sure how smoothly that would go, but it is a possibility, something that I'm looking at. But as is, it's still fully functional, with even with one bank being completely down, I can still throw in 32 DIMMs, no problem. I could probably do 64 DIMMs without an issue. But I would like to balance the load correctly across all of the DIMMs, would be the ideal scenario. The other one that's a little bit of a bummer is that finding HPE certified memory has been trying, and I've pretty much just given up. It's it's not worth the extra cost to source HPE certified DIMMs, at least not at this point in time. I care a lot more about density rather than speed, and so this, 1600 versus 2400, pretty big difference, but again, not going to be the end all be all. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now on the server platform. Oh, one more thing that I did do is I got a completely unnecessary, but the front bezel that goes onto the servers, so it looks like an official server now instead of having the front bezel removed. Again, it's a silly piece of hardware that HP just charges an arm and a leg for no apparent reason, but I was able to find one on the cheap, so I grabbed that up and popped that in there. It just kind of cleans up the look, and yeah, that's our big update for right now. Yeah, just gonna continue to work on fine-tuning things. Hopefully, get to see some more high-quality videos coming out of me as we go forward, and look to see that as it comes through.